Good afternoon and welcome to this tutorial video. In this particular video we're going to learn how to do the following. We're going to learn how to create a hyperlink, standard text hyperlink. We're going to learn how to add an image, and we'll also be able to edit image attributes. And also we're going to learn about how to use an image as a hyperlink and how to add alternate text to that image and to that hyperlink. So our first protocol is to create our standard HTML document. So we use our opening HTML tag, opening head tag. Inside the head we're going to place a title for our page. The title will be called image and standard hyperlinks. Okay, of course we need to close our title tag, TLE. And that's all we're going to include in the head portion of our document. So our next protocol is obviously to create our body. This is where the content of the page is going to be. Supposed to save us time, we can close our body tag and we can also close our HTML tag. Okay, so let's include some text here within our body. Let's say, welcome to our tutorial regarding hyperlinks, and I think we will make this also a header. So let's choose our header 1 tag, which is going to be the biggest of our available headers, and we obviously will need to close header 1. Okay, so as we know, to create a hyperlink we will first use our anchor, which is open bracket A, hyperlink reference equals, and for this we're going to create an absolute hyperlink which is in relation to a website which is outside of our own directory or outside of our own web server. So let's link to google.ie. So we open our double inverted commas, double quotes, we use our HTTP protocol, and then we type our web address, which is www.google.ie. we will close our double quotes, close our brackets. Now we have the ability to add a descriptive text to our hyperlink. So just to, I suppose, let the visitor know where the hyperlink is going to bring them. So we can say visit Google Ireland. Okay, and finally we need to close our anchor, and that's our hyperlink created. So let's save our document. I have created a working directory for our website called sample site here. So let's call this document, let's call it index.htm. Okay, so let's have a look in our browser to preview our page that we've created. So we're going to open a file and navigate to our sample site directory and load up the index page we've just created. So as we can see, here is our header. Okay, that's header 1, and our hyperlink is here, which directs the user to Google Ireland. That's located here. Okay, so let's include an image for our page. So let's first of all create a line break in order to give us a brand new line. Now, I've got an image within my sample site directory called logo.jpg. So that's the image we're going to use. So let's insert our logo. First of all, we open our image tag. We need to tell the browser the source of the image, or where the image is located. Now, because it's going to be a relative link, because our image is in the same working directory as our index.htm file, we can just call it by its file name, which is logo.jpg, and let's close our tag. Okay, so let's save our code and preview. Here we go. Okay, so we can see that the logo is maybe a little bit too big for our page, and we can resize that. So if we check our image dimensions by right-clicking and going to View Image Info, we can see that our image is 394 pixels by 394 pixels. So let's reduce that down to maybe 200 by 200 pixels. So back to our code, And within our image tag, we can include our attributes. So let's make our height 200 pixels, and let's make our width 200 pixels also. So let's save our text, go back to our page in the browser and press F5 to refresh, and we can see that our logo is now has now been decreased pretty much by half. Okay, we also have the ability to add properties such as a border. So within our text, we can add, beside our height and width, we can say border equals 5. And we can save this here, back to our browser, F5 to refresh, and here's our border. Okay, now, so far we've been really using text hyperlinks like this. We can also build in a hyperlink attribute to our image. So if we go back to our code again, and let's just delete our image source here. Let's start from scratch. Okay, so in order for us to create a hyperlink for this image here, let's say we want this link to direct us to Google. The first thing we would do is we would create an anchor, a reference, and this is going to be our hyperlink. So let's direct it to Google. So that's www.google.ie, close our double quotes, close our tag. Now, within the same nested tag, what we're going to do is we're going to include an image source. So image source equals logo.jpg. Okay, let's say for this we want to create a border also. So let's say border equals 2. And obviously we need to restrain or to make smaller our image. So let's constrain our width and our height proportions. So let's say height equals 200 and width equals 200 also. Close our quotes, close our tag, and let's close our anchor. Okay, so let's save our code here and let's refresh our page. Okay, so the first thing we'll notice is that if we scroll our mouse over our image and we click, we notice that it's been hyperlinked. Now if we go back to our page again and we move our mouse over the image, we'll notice in the status bar at the very bottom, which is here, that it's going to indicate to us that we've got a hyperlink embedded within the image. Now not only can we do that, we can also add some alternate text. Alternate text, if you recall, is going to give the visitor some indication about where the link is also going to bring them. So if we go inside our image tag and use our alt equals, click here to visit Google Ireland, and let's save our code. Okay, now because Firefox is a little bit glitchy in displaying alternate text, what we could do is let's preview this in Internet Explorer. And let's paste our URL in, which is basically going to be a relative link to the file on our hard disk. Okay, so let's see.